What's up, it's a family? It's your boy Lightwalker, the boy Nelson. We're back again, straight off. It's telling you directly. You know what to do. Lock in, tune in, tap in, smash the light button. What's popping, family? We're back again. What's happening? Hope you're slaying our goals. Hope you're slaying our demons. Becoming our greatest version every single day. Winning, showing up to life every single day. If you're new to this channel, this is Living Waters. On this channel, we're standing for truth. We're standing for God's counsel, righteousness of the lifestyle. Okay, so we'll be jumping straight into this one. Firstly, I want to really appreciate every new subscriber. I deeply appreciate you. Okay, your support and everything you like, your comment. It actually helps the video go around the globe for those who need to hear. Okay, I really deeply appreciate you. Honestly, trust me, I do appreciate. So I'll be jumping straight into this one. Like you already said in the topic, know God for yourself. Okay, so I'll be going straight from the Bible, from the book of Psalm 82, 1. Psalm 82, 5 and 6, and it says, they know not, neither will they understand. Say they walk on in darkness, all the foundation of the earth is out of course. Verse 6, and it said, I've said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Okay, it is key to know God for yourself. In this end time, a lot of deception, a lot of false Christ, false prophet arise and building churches, converting people. Okay, so we need to understand this truth. Getting to know God is key for our lives. Okay, and the book of John chapter 16, 26 to 27, it says, and that day they shall ask, and that day ye shall ask in my name, and I say not unto you that I will pray unto the Father for you, for the Father himself loveth you, because ye love me, and have believed that I came from the Father. Okay, Jesus Christ was actually speaking to his disciples. He was saying that he's not going to pray to the Father for them, that they ought to pray to the Father for themselves because the Father loved them and because they believe that he came from the Father. Okay, so this is the message. Knowing God for yourself is actually a call to responsibility. You sitting at the driver's seat, okay, and holding the wheel of your life, getting to find out the truth for yourself. You need to know the truth for yourself and say the truth shall set you free, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Okay, it saves one. If you getting to know God for yourself, saves you from a lot of deception going on in the world these days. Okay, knowing God for yourself gives you the courage and the faith to stand against the devil and his cohorts. Okay, see, he that is born of God overcometh the world, and this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. Okay, the knowledge or the awareness of knowing God for yourself, he equips one with the fortitude to go through life storms and comes out as gold. Okay, despite what life throws at you, knowing God for yourself makes you just bounce out. Know that you're God yourself. You just come out stronger. You come out the other side to help people, to heal other people, just by you healing yourself. Okay, what you go through can't bring you down. What you go through makes you stronger, makes you come through. Okay, it gives you the fortitude, the strength, the ability to come through whatever you're going through. Okay, so it's vital to seek to know God through Jesus Christ, through his son Jesus Christ. It's actually vital. Okay, our fathers in the faith, okay, they all sought God individually for their life. They all sought God personally for their life. They had great testimony, great encounters that is still speaking till today. Okay, so we need to know this truth. Okay, God is actually seeking for fellowship, relationship, and sweet fellowship. That's why he called Abraham my friend. He called David a man after God's heart, and he called Moses his servant, and Jesus Christ his son. And through Jesus Christ, we've been adopted as children of God. Okay, we made joint heads with Christ. Okay, and also through Christ, we made kings and queens to actually reign on the earth. So it is time we are the temple of God. Okay, we are the temple of God. We need to know that God resides inside of us. God dwells within us. Okay, so we need to keep waiting in our altars every single day, praying. Okay, to God manifest himself in us, to God reveal himself in us. Okay, we are familiar with the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, and the names still continue till today. Okay, your name needs to be invoked, your name needs to be involved by getting to know God for yourself. Okay, many people have lost their way by being a follower. Many people have lost their way by being a follower. Unknown to them, they let go of the responsibility and the will of their life, following other people's gods. Other people's God they know nothing about. Okay, this is a wake-up call to everyone that God is not far from reach. Okay, his request is actually for you to clean up and come close to him and say, draw near unto him and I will draw near unto you. Yes, you have been taught. about God in your various churches. You've been taught about Him, but you have a personal relationship with God, okay, to stand against the lies, deception of devil in these last days. Okay, Matthew chapter 24, verse 11 and 24, it says, many false prophets shall rise, okay, and shall deceive many. Verse 24, it says, there shall rise false prophets, false Christ, okay, they shall rise false Christ and false prophets. They shall show great signs and wonders, inasmuch if it's possible, in so much that if it was possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Okay, false Christ shall rise, false prophets shall rise, false teachers that shall deceive many, that shall deceive people. Say if it was possible, okay, they shall also deceive the very elect because of their signs, their wonders, and all that. So it's not enough to get to church. It's not enough to be taught. Okay, you need to have a personal encounter, personal revelation that gives you the conviction to stand against Satan and his cohorts. Okay, yes, you have been taught by your inspiring pastor, preacher, prophet, your mentor in the faith. Yes, these are all good. These are all key. Okay, but you don't need to stop there. You don't need to stop there. You need to use their experiences. You need to use their own life to actually carve your own path to the Father. Okay, it's okay. You're being taught by them. It's very nice. It's beautiful. You'll be taught by them. But don't stop there. Use their experiences to carve your own path to the Father. Okay, so this is the message today. When Paul was actually converted to the faith, he never went back to the apostles. He never went back to Jerusalem to the apostles who were actually converted before him and all that. Okay, he went differently to Christ. He revealed in him. Okay, Christ, he went differently to a different place. What Paul knew was never taught by men. It was actually revealed by God through Jesus Christ and the Holy Ghost. Okay, so he never conferred with flesh and blood. Everything Paul knew was actually taught by God himself, revealed by God himself. Okay, so God is waiting to teach you too. Okay, so it's awesome you getting to know God for yourself. Okay, the church is not the elevation. The church is not for the elevation of the saints, but the breeding ground of sinners. We need to understand this truth. Okay, most Christians have been victim of this fact. They've been victim. Even I myself have been victim of it. Each time you have a problem, you run to the pastor and for solution, or you run to the pastor to know what's happening and what God is saying and all that. Okay, have you asked yourself if the pastor or the preacher or person who you're running to has a problem? Who do they run to? They run to the same God whom you're trying to meet them to get to. Okay, so we need to understand this truth. We're all humans, and okay, in as much as they know God, you ought to know God for yourself. Okay, so this is the message. You need to find out the truth for yourself. Find out God for your own self. Okay, it's easy to get deceived when you're trying to hear about God from a different person. It's easy to get deceived. Okay, whatsoever any person says to you about God should be a confirmation of what God is actually saying to you, what God has revealed to you personally, either by His word or through encounters. Okay, whatever person is saying to you should be a confirmation. Okay, so we need to understand this truth. Man needs to realize that his salvation and his deliverance is not outside of himself. They are all within him. Okay, man needs to understand this truth. Until man understands this truth that he is God, he will not be running outside to look for a solution, while the whole solution is within him. So this is the truth. There's a book I read, The Law of Attraction. Okay, I've actually forgotten the author. Different gods came together. They were looking for a place to hide God from men. Okay, so different gods were asking themselves, where would they place God? That man can never find God. When would different opinions were actually coming out? Some say they should put God upon on the mountain, on the moon, on the star, the sun, and the deep of the ocean. And if you look towards all these places, man has actually gone to those places and all that. So a wise God came out and said they should actually hide God inside of man, and that is the place man will definitely look for God. Man will always go outside of himself to look for God, while God dwells within him. So we need to understand this truth. God is inside of you. Okay, until man understands this truth, that his salvation, his deliverance are all in his own hands. They are never outside of him. Everything he has to do in this life are all within him. Until he finds out this truth, he will keep searching for God outside of himself. Okay, Bible says, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. We need to understand this truth. So this is the message. Getting to know God for yourself is key in this last day, that you don't get deceived, you don't easily get cajoled being manipulated by Satan and his cohorts. Okay, false prophets, false teachers are out there trying to deceive men and trying to lead people, sheep, the blind following the blind, all going astray. So we need to all be wise. We need to have a discernment spirit. We all need to get to know God for ourselves. This is a mixtape. This is your boy Lightwalker. This is your boy Nelson. Peace and blessing till we meet again.